So let's talk about copyright infringement risks for startups and business owners. Imagine receiving a cease and desist letter from a law firm which accuses you of stealing somebody else's content. Maybe it's a photograph. And even though you just thought it was something that was free, so you grabbed it off the internet, you didn't mean to infringe on somebody, but now you're faced with a demand for tens of thousands of dollars for that infringement and potential future infringement if you don't stop using it in your business or on your website. Well, this is a common infringement trap for business owners. And the way it comes about for most clients is there's three things that tends to happen. One is you take an image that you find, you do a Google search, and you find an image on the internet that you really like, and you save it or you take a screenshot of it, and you upload it onto your website and start using it, thinking, this is a great photo, this is perfect. Not realizing that photo, the copyright in it is actually owned by the photographer or someone that represents the photographer. Here's another one. Maybe you made a video and you're starting to build content for your social media pages, and maybe on YouTube, for example, or TikTok, and you decide to add some music to one of those videos. And you just grab the music off the internet again, or maybe off of iTunes or Spotify, and you add it to the video and upload it onto your website or onto YouTube. And here's another one. Maybe you got a competitor and you really like their website and you really like the way their website is written and laid out. And so you basically take their layout and content and rework it a little, but use it for yourself on your website. These are very common things that happen literally every day in the business world. And all three of those things are going to potentially put you at risk for that kind of cease and desist letter that you're going to get out of the blue from a content owner who's going to say, you copied me and you're infringing, and now I want you to pay me $30,000 or $150,000. I have a client recently that actually got a cease and desist letter for over $1 million for copyright infringement. It is a very serious thing. You must take it seriously, and you must make sure you know how to avoid having those problems in your business, because the consequences are not only getting that scary cease and desist letter, but if you don't stop using it, and even if you do stop using it with content use, if it's a copyright violation, they can sue you for the past infringement, even if you stop right now and take it down. They still have a claim against you. You could end up dealing with a very expensive lawsuit. Lawsuits can cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars in legal fees. And that's before there's a judgment against you. So if you end up losing, then you also have to pay whatever the judge or the jury decides you owe that copyright owner. Those are called damages. So you may have to pay for the legal fees in the case and damages to the copyright owner. And in the midst of it, you could end up really suffering some serious reputational harm as a result of being caught in this infringement. And so you don't want to deal with this. You don't want to have this happen in your business. Let me give you 3 risk management strategies that you can use to make sure that you are not going to find yourself in this situation. First of all, and most importantly, always get permissions or licenses to use any type of content on your website or in any way, wherever you're using it, on social media, in your videos, in any type of promotional material. If it's a photo, a video, music, and even if it's something that you had created for your business and you paid a contractor to do it for you, unless you have an assignment of those copyrights, you don't actually own those things. You are technically infringing on that designer's rights or the photographer's rights or whoever it is that created that for you. So you need to get assignments in place, permissions, written permissions in place, and or licenses in place for anything you're going to use on your website. Do not pull things off the internet and use them without permission. Number 2, make sure that you are using contracts with all freelancers and contractors that automatically assign copyright ownership in anything they're creating for you, period, across the board. Any past work they've done, any future work they're going to do for you, so that you always own the copyright in anything that's being created. And in those contracts with those vendors and those freelancers, make sure you also have language that puts the burden on them to make sure they're not infringing on somebody else's copyrights when they're creating something for you, you don't want them to go to the internet and grab things for you like other people's photographs or clip art, for example, which by the way is copyrighted. You need to make sure that whatever they create for you is original. You have to put that contractual obligation on them as well so that you're protected. And a good lawyer knows how to draft the copyright assignment language you need and that sort of intellectual property warranty that this provider is going to give you so that you are protected and you don't have to face a claim of infringement. And then number 3, hire a good copyright lawyer to audit your current website and social media and marketing content to make sure that you don't have anything there that is potentially risking a cease and desist letter and an expensive dispute with a third party. Don't wait for that cease and desist letter. Schedule a call with me and let's talk through the specifics about your business so that we can make sure that we set your business up so that you own all of the content that you're using. You're not using a third party's content without permission, and you're not risking an expensive cease and desist and potential lawsuit and reputational harm that goes along with that. I can make quick work of that for you. So let's just set up a call and we'll figure it out together.